Morning everybody, and thank you for joining me again. Now, Al's not with me today, so I've taken the opportunity to come out on a weekday as opposed to a Sunday. Now, the field that I'm in at the moment on Sundays is a complete non-starter because of the clay pigeon shooting people who are usually behind that tree line just there. So as a result of that, it's very rare I get a chance to detect this field. So that's what we're going to be doing today. I'm going to start at the top and slowly work my way down until it gets too boggy, which it is everywhere because of Storm Babette. Anyway, wish me luck, and let's just hope that we find something that's worth looking at. Right, catch you later. Well, this is the first target of the day, and for some strange reason the signal was all over the place. I've checked the hole and there's nothing else in it apart from this, which I'm afraid is a button. Well, I suppose it's better than tin foil, but yeah, that's what it is. Just a fairly large button. Right, we'll pop that away and crack on. Right, well, as you can see, I'm still at the top of the field, and the next target down here is, well, a little bit more interesting than a button. It looks like some sort of lead hook. Although why you would want to make a hook out of lead, I don't really know, because it wouldn't be very strong, would it? Maybe it's not a hook, I don't know. Anyway, we'll pop that away and get a bit further. Right then, on to the next target. This one was about 4 or 5 inches deep, something like that. There's a lot of pottery in this field as well, a lot of glazed pottery. Well, I'd like to say we've got our first coin, but I don't really know. Looks a bit like a coin, but it's a very strange shape. It's almost oval. Could be some sort of tag, something like that, but there's no hole in it, so I don't really know. Maybe get something off it once I've cleaned it up, but I doubt it very much. Right, we'll pop that away and crack on. Right then, we've got another nice little signal down here, coming up at a steady 72, 73. Right, let's have a look and see what we've got. Right, well, I eventually found it, and it's just there. I thought it was going to be another piece of scrap lead, because I have dug a lot of scrap lead up, but this bit looks as though it's got some shape to it. Looks like some sort of little animal. I'm not quite sure what kind of animal, but it looks like a little animal. Looks as though it might have got wings on it or something like that. Anyway, it's interesting. Even though I don't know what it is. Right, we'll put that into the box and we'll get a bit further. Right then, we've got another cracking signal down here, coming up at a nice steady 89.90. It's a little bit scratchy, but definitely worth a dig, so let's have a look. Right then, well, I'm hoping that this time we've definitely got a coin. I can see the edge of it just there. Oh yes, definitely a coin, and quite a big coin. Looks a little bit like a George III penny. In fact, I think I can just about see the man himself facing right. So that's a cracking little find. More than happy with that. It's better than a piece of scrap lead, and it's better than an oval shaped whatever it was. Right, we'll pop that away and get a bit further. Right, well, although my preferred program on the Days 2 is the Sensitive FT program, today I'm using the Deep HC program because I'm on the stubble. And because I'm on the stubble, I'm already losing maybe 5 or 6 inches of detecting height, and that's why I'm using the Deep HC program. So if you're new to the Days 2 or you're a newcomer to the hobby, that's something worth bearing in mind if you're on the stubble. Anyway, got a cracking signal down here, coming up at a steady 82. So let's give it a dig and see what we've got this time. And it looks as though we've got another button. And it's still got the shank on the back. Looks like some sort of livery button, maybe. I think I can see something on the front. I mean, I know it doesn't look very deep. It's probably about 5 inches deep. But what you've got to bear in mind is if you take into consideration the depth of the hole, 5 inches, and another maybe 4 or 5 inches of stubble, you're talking about a detecting depth of probably about 10 inches. So, yeah, the Deep HC program is working fine. Right, we'll pop that away and crack on. Right, well, we've got another relatively deep one here. The hole is about 7 inches deep, and if you take into consideration the stubble, probably about 10-11 inches deep, and it's just there. Nothing to shout about, I'm afraid. It's a little clog clasp. But I do like finding things like that because it's such a personal item. Well, sort of. I don't know whether there's any decoration on it, but it's a nice little find all the same. Right, we'll pop that away and crack on. Right then, well, it's been about 40 minutes since I had a really good signal, but I've got one down here. It's about 7 inches deep, something like that, and I think we are back on the silver. From what I can see of it, it looks a bit grotty, and I don't know what it is. So I'll bring you a bit closer so we can both have a look together. And there it is. As I say, it looks a bit grotty, and I don't know what it is. Still don't know what it is. I tell you what, let me get my little spray bottle out and we'll give it a spray. Oh, looks like a bullhead. George III, and I think, mind you, can't see much on that side at all. It's absolutely black on the other side, but I think it's a sixpence. So love it. Absolutely cracking little find. As I said, it took me ages to get another decent signal, but it's paid off. Right, well, hopefully when I get home I'll be able to get all that tarnishing off, and there should be a big shield on the other side. Right then, we'll pop that into the boxy thing and hopefully see if we can find something else. Well, there's nothing like ending on a high note with a nice bit of silver. I have been marching up and down this field for hours. And apart from the stuff that you have seen me dig up, the only other things I've found have been a couple of 4-hole buttons, some scrap lead, and one other coin, which was a surface find. And I don't think there's anything on that either. It is an extremely quiet field. I don't know whether I'll come back here at all. But on a plus note, I haven't dug a lot of rubbish up. No tin cans, no chopped up aluminium, anything like that. So, you know, I mean, it's not all bad. But a few more interesting finds would have been nice. But there you go. You can't have it all, can you? Right, thank you very much for joining me. I don't know where I'll be going the next time you see me out, or see us out. So I'll say thank you very much for joining me, and I'll catch you all the next time round, my friends. Bye for now.
Of all the money that e'er I spent,